I have to shut this door. Hold on.
Can
Oh,
you take a moment for a little blessing
Yeah,
before
we don't have to go right on in. We got 5 minutes.
a moment to magical moment of blessing each other?
Oh, did you already hit the live button?
So fortunate to be here with such great people. And
Did you hit the live button?
no,
I
we're
think
we're just
so.
No,
doing.
she did. I think she did. I just heard all the ding. Are we live?
It says live. Yes, we're live.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, hi guys. We weren't entirely ready for that, but Happy New Year. Welcome to Fun Frolicking Friday. This is a magical fun show. It's like a lighthearted, conscious variety show. And we have some amazing guests today, Karezza and Jay Mayer. And I want to tell you though where the show came from. I have to definitely give some gratitude and thanks to Love Coach Academy and Scott Katanis in the beginning of Corona when the world really needed some love coaching. We started showing up every day with all sorts of shows, and this is one of the many creations. I'm really grateful to still be hosting with all of you here and so many different guests. And so today we will be diving into what other than New Year's and the processes and practices and ideas and so much. We'll be really diving into the meat of what comes up around New Year's resolutions. And so I am Candace of the Temple of Frolic. I am currently living in New Hampshire, but I don't know where I'm going to be eventually someday. And goodness, what do I do? You know, the Temple of Frolic is actually the name of my business, and that's where the show came from. And what that means for me and what I like to create in both, I do events as well as private session work virtually and in person. And over the 8 years of being in practice with the temple, the intention has always been around creating sacred space. That's what temple means to me, both inside oneself and in our surroundings, as well as frolicking, which is play, and creating opportunities for sacred play and intimacy and connection and really juicing up our life, as well as, and and that's not to say like we don't dive into some of the ugh or the muck, because we do. And that's kind of one of the intentions of this show is how can we create magic out of what sometimes feels like poo-poo. I remember in one of my really dark moments over this last year, I had this vision. I was actually in a Love Coach Academy class, and I had this vision of myself, and I was like, oh, I'm like, a pile of like poop that's being fertilized, and flowers are growing out of me now, and it's great. And it's life. There's so many processes and elements and perceptions and ways we can feel things or perceive things. So with that, I am going to pass it on over to our fabulous hostess, Karezza. And would you like to introduce yourself and what brings you to the show today?
Yeah, hi. My name's Karezza, and I'm a sex and intimacy coach at the Intimate Playground. And I work with and collaborate with Candace. I'm kind of her virtual assistant and voluntarily help her with all her needs at the moment. And I love working with her and helping with the show and everything. I hope, yeah, I wish everyone a good year and a good, healthy, happy new year. And to remember just to that when we, that when we want to change or we want to make a resolution, that it's not going to happen like that, that we need to take the processes, the steps to get there. And if something goes wrong, then we can just dust off our shoulders and get back on and go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On other, just of course, I forget things. So before Jay introduces himself, please do share this out if you could with your friends and on your pages. Click the little like button, and in the comments, let us know what's up for you in this new year. And just we are here for you. Karezza and Jay will have their eyes on the comments and everything. I can't see those,
Yeah.
so I won't be paying attention to that. But know that we will be paying attention and we are here for you. And at about halftime, I have a practice that'll be guiding you through. That's kind of a little taster of what me and Karezza and Jay offer in the different practices that we do in our private sessions and the groups that we offer. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. And then Jay will have a blessing for us towards the end of the show. And we also invite you, if you are so open to and bold enough, to come directly live onto the show to share with us what's up for you. Let us know, because we have a moment for that too. Just let Karezza or Jay know in the chat box. The link is on my Facebook page, Candace Marie Divinatrix. Or just let us know when somebody could get it to you right here. Actually, maybe one of you guys could paste the StreamYard link right in the chat box right now, for those of the viewers that don't have it. And
Yeah.
that would be awesome. Thank you. So yeah, with that, Jay Mayer from Light Touch, what brings you here and what's up for you in Light Touch this year?
Well, this is the year of light touch, and it's brand new for a lot of people. It's kind of new, and tell you the truth, people like new things. We're bored. We're bored with a lot of things. You might even be bored with your partner, but light touch can help with all that. There's plenty of tools, like Candace says, that are out there. But what we want to find something that actually can make a difference in our lives meaningfully. So we're going to talk about how light touch is that meaningful occurrence that brings about, activation of the law of attraction, with your partner. It's so beautiful. And with yourself. You don't need a partner to activate the law of attraction. You just need to send the right message to yourself that yourself perceives, and your self is all powerful.
Yeah. That's a big thing, the self piece. There's maybe we have resolutions or desires that involve something on the outside, whether that's to attain something financially or relationally or materialistically. There's inner work to be done. And having tools and practices that we could do with ourselves is just like all powerful. And then Jay also has a daily practice group if you want to learn and you want to connect with other people and pray and bless and learn about light touch. Because there is like another activation point with others when you get to practice with others and community, and it's an amplification piece. And if you are in a relationship, you have relational goals, relational desires. you practice light touch or some of these different practices we may dive into today together. It's a way to amplify and really embody, and what I think what I like to say is create an internal felt sensation, like a self-actualization of what is yet to come or what you want. So yeah, there's the creation, right? And then the calling in the new. We all want new. We all want change. New is awesome and great. And, you know, when we're talking backstage prior to this, Karezza brought up, you know, the important piece of clearing out. And, you know, I also, you know, like think of grieving, to emote, like what came up in 2020. Is there stuff you need to let go of? Is there stuff you're still holding on to? Is there stuff that realistically, on an external level, you're gonna, this, like, for me, I want to move. I don't want to be here right now, but you know, I have some figuring out to do. You know, so how do I enjoy where I am now and be grateful for where I am now while moving towards where I want to be and clearing out? Like for me, there's the emotional elements, the spiritual and the emotional elements. Like, what's in the way of me really enjoying the crap out of where I am right now? And my outfit, before I pass it on, as I explained, so this my outfit is kind of an embodiment of what I'm looking to harness now, not whenever I get into a new home and I have those lovers or whatever it is I want, you know? So love. Love, 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 love. So my socks have a heart on them that say love, and I have hearts here and I have hearts here. And I found this lucky girl crown because celebrating the, you know, it made me think of like gratitude and just being grateful for what I do have in this moment. And celebrating, like on the inside stuff. I may not be where I want to be sometimes, and there are areas of myself that I'd really like to work on and change. But I have grown a lot, and I'm really grateful. I'm not where I used to be. So that's something to celebrate. I can go so deep into that, but yeah. What's
Oh, Candace,
yeah.
we have someone here.
Who's here?
Sean, Chair, that's his name. He's
it's like texting?
no, he entered into the chat or the StreamYard. So I can bring him out. I can bring him in.
No.
Okay.
No, not right
Okay.
now. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
I don't know who that is. Hold on. Who is it? You want to ask who he is? And ask him, find out who he is and what brings him on, if you'd like to come on, or I don't know who that is. Thank you, Sean, for being here. Let us know. We have a time later on that will bring people on, and but let us know who you are and if you'd like to come on, what's alive for you. And is there anybody else chiming in the text?
Not at the moment.
Okay. So guys, you want to share a little bit more about where we are?
I see some texts in there. This one says, "Hi, Happy New Year from Love Coach Academy.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah, yeah.
one.
Happy
And
New Year, whoever's typing in from Love Coach Academy. I love Love Coach
I wanted to
Academy.
say, Candace, that we've started working together, doing light touch together, and it makes such a difference to get together and pray for it and bless each other and to use the pleasurable sensations to invoke miracles,
Mhm.
healing, wellness. And Candace has so much to share. She's like a wealth of experience that that we're here to share this information. It's not a secret, and it's not just for us, it's for everyone, and we need it now. We need to know how to create the success and the good fortune and the intimacy with our partners.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Intimacy. You brought up a big word here. Um, Intimacy is often something we just see as something we do with partners. Um, or sometimes it's only seen as a physical, sexual act. But what I think all three of us, teach, coach, practice, and live is mm, a way of relating to ourselves. Even when I put my hand on my chest, it's doing with a heightened intentionality, a certain level of consciousness to be really present and aware and connected. Um, and oh God, the power, the how much more everything can be amplified with intimacy. And yes, I do want to say yes with sexuality. Sexuality meaning being the energy, the creative life force energy that lives in us all, that is the energy that we all came from. It is the most powerful energy we have in our body. And more often than not, we're only using it for just a little blip on our radar in a little moment in time. And there's so many other things we can do with that energy, and really consciously breathing and connecting to that energy, um, with meditation, with touch, with God, there's so many ways. Karezza, would you like to share some of how you explore what we're talking about here with yourself or how you teach it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I love play and expansion and allowing yourself to feel within yourself and actually move that energy, move that sexual life force energy throughout your body and not have it concentrated in certain spots, certain arousal spots. And when we allow to bring touch through us from our sex centers all the way up, we become orgasmic. We become the pleasure itself, and we can then bring it out into all of life, into how we interact with people, how we interact with food, how we interact with every normal living, day-to-day experiences, and bring this energy into life itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can I add something to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful because we're talking about what created us. When they say sex, it's like people think you have all these pictures. Like if we say sex, what are the pictures that come into your mind? Everyone who's listening, sex. And then what other pictures could come into your mind? Are you including miracles? Are you including invoking angels? Are you including drawing nearer to spirit? And so what she was talking about is using that sexual energy throughout all the chakras. What if it wasn't just for sex, but it's for enlightenment? If it's for manifesting our potential, if it's for succeeding in this world, then it becomes even more meaningful to share with yourself or with your partners, with your partner. You can have more than one partner. We're all light touch partners here. And we're all like manifesting success. We ask for it every day. So then we ask for it for all our viewers, for everyone. I call them divine appointments. Everyone who feels like, wow, that's the way I think. Wow, why don't we know the secrets of touch? And we want to learn them. So we welcome all divine appointments to explore light touch and manifest our potentials.
Such juicy stuff. And the capacity to go beyond these limitations that we don't really know that we're kind of putting on ourselves. Nobody really ever taught us. It's unfortunate that in schools we're not taught really about love, sex, dating, relating, intimacy, magic. Not that, but I think magic is awesome. And incorporating this, like the inner workings of ourselves. The word tantra, I use the word tantra a lot, and I'm definitely curious, all of you out there, like, have you ever explored touch in a way that isn't just to get off? Have you ever explored touch that wasn't mission oriented? Have you ever, like what Jay said, like what comes to your mind when you think of sex? And when I know often in the spiritual community, manifesting or spirituality that wasn't mission, but sexuality is like a whole nother thing that's over here. And what comes up for you when you think of these things being together? Tantra, actually in Sanskrit, it's a Sanskrit word. It means to weave. Now, just like everything in the world, a word has a definition. A word will have a lineage, and then humans go and redefine it and make books and blah, 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 blah. So I sometimes I stay away from the word tantra because some people practice tantra, but they're only practicing it like I think they're called now. They created like some separations now. Some of it's called neo tantra, and neo tantra would be like more of the very physical oriented tantra, learning about just lower chakra oriented stuff. And it is about weaving, but what we're talking about here and the way I like to teach and I like to play is a full weaving. Like, instead of just playing in one dimension, why not? Why not, like, really expand and open up to our fullest capacity?
Yeah.
Like that life force energy,
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You notice when people make love, they go, God, oh God, God. What if they did that when they first touched the first touches? They're going, oh God, thank you, God. And they did it every time they had a pleasurable sensation. But the point is that in the beginning, there was the Big Bang. And what do we know? An orgasm is a big bang. It's like the biggest bang, that people, seek. So what if we reverently seek with every touch, going, thank you for abundance. Thank you for healing my partner. Thank you for, making my life magical and wonderful and full of gratitude. Those are the blessings of the spirit. That's what we have to offer is that's different. It's different than preparing yourself for sex with your partner to setting up, the best invocations that we can possibly deliver to ourself and the angelic realm. Right, Karezza?
And
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to go, Candace?
Well, something I just want to say, even if you're atheist, agnostic, or don't believe in external higher forces or gods, just like the sheer fact of our life, like bowing to one another as gods and goddesses, seeing the magic of creation and celebrating sexual energy as that life force energy. Some of us, here do believe in outside things, but please know that, this is like something that we all have access to, no matter what our belief systems are. This is our natural human body.
Yeah, well, it's also like, saying thank you to be alive and to be, and I mean, maybe you don't believe in a God, but just to honor the ability to be alive and to feel and to be in the body and really to feel, because some people cannot feel. Some people are so, blocked maybe. And it's the ability to just be in your body and feel the pleasure is an honor in itself, with or without God. And it's really powerful. Just because some people can't. I mean, some people cannot go in their body. A lot of them are in their head all the time, thinking logically about, what do I have to do next? And, what's the next best thing? And what about my job? What about my business? And so on. But what about really honoring the time and the moment to feel, to be touched with or without a partner?
Can I mention, that was so beautiful, Candace, that you added that, light touch works on the premise that we're alive. And the part of us that's alive is energy.
Yeah.
And that it can't be created and it can't be destroyed. So after we die, there's still energy. We go on to other lives, or, it doesn't. The point is that energy has polarities, plus and minus. And when you do light touch, the premise is you're activating the law of attraction, which is a magnetic force. Energy has magnetic principles. So we can create. Oh, you want money with your partner and you need money. Forget about the sex. You've been doing that ever since you got together. Focus on the money. And the sex will be there. You'll still have the pleasurable sensation, but the destination, becomes one that's so meaningful, that you need it. You need to pay your house rent this month.
Yeah.
So we ask, thank you for divine love in our finances. Thank you. And you do it with the pleasurable sensations. That's the key, because the pleasurable sensations created us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's an activation point. That's that weaving together. Yeah, no, Karezza, brought up when we don't feel. And, prior to the age of 21, I was numb. I was on drugs and alcohol from 14 to 21. And I think even prior to me picking up, I had stopped feeling in a lot of parts of me due to a lot of trauma and needing to just shut out and shut down because it was way too much to be inside this body and feel this body, especially my sexuality. I had to give it up. That was what I had to do to be safe. And um, so, like that, for me, it's definitely something I've been like reeling in on over these last few days. And just like, wow, like I may not be where I want to be, especially recently going blind, and things have just been messy for me. But like, whoa. And really, I've been tuning way back into my, like, when I discovered Tantra and these practices 8 years ago, that's what really got me back in my body, though. I got off the drugs and the alcohol at 21, discovered spirituality and some levels of consciousness. But until I had learned what to do with what was going on in this body and what happened, and learn how to move my energy and have some of my own tools and just like, yeah, there was nothing that the traditional societal models of therapy and like group education and human service model kind of stuff, it was not gonna get me to this, that's for sure. And never mind, like I couldn't, like, I was healing myself emotionally and I cleaned up. But around dating and relating, there was nothing happening in this body. All the pleasure was for other people. I had shut down and shut out. Um, so like that's just like, whew, big feat. And then to learn that, so this is a belief of mine, and so it's a little vulnerable. I feel, sexual energy being the most powerful energy in the world is very often taken advantage of. A lot of people have sex trauma. And so on a spiritual level, that's helped me in not feeling like there was something wrong with me. Oh, I'm too sexual. Oh, there's something wrong with me. I can't be sexy. Oh, I can't wear stuff like this. So for me to fully embrace my sexuality and to have like practices with myself and a sacred practice with myself, like that's where the magic happened. On like a real healing level, to be able to feel orgasmic as well as actually have an orgasm, just to be like real, like his body wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this
That's
stuff is
great.
magic, like real magic here. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Candace, for the sharing. And I just want to interject, if that's okay with you. When you said about not being able to feel during your time of drugs and alcohol. When I look at that, I think everybody has their time in life when they are numb in some sort of way, and that they go through a terrible trauma or something negative in their lives that's massively affected. But I think there's also beauty in these parts of us, because if we don't look at those things, if we see them as negative things, it's not a negative thing. It's part of who you are. It's an acceptance of all that is. So when someone really looks at you, they can see all of you, and that is part of you. It's not all of you, but those are the bits of your journey, your path as a human being, that creates you, that brings you to where you are now, and where you learn and take the steps to move away from these negative numbing times. And I just think it's a blessing. It's an honor to hold those truths, and to know that, yeah, I did this and I accept that, but that's I've moved beyond that as well.
Yeah.
I want to thank you all for being here. It's really a great honor to come to you with the truths of what we've learned about touching, and we've learned the hard way. Ever since our life, I'm going back and I'm going, what did I think about when I was in high school and throughout my 20s and my 30s and my 40s? And, I thought about sex, and there's stories about how our third eyes used to be activated, right? Our third eyes, people used to think like higher thoughts, and their third eyes would actually glow in their heads in Atlantis. And that was an act when we were activated. And what happens is when we're using the activation to focus on sexual energy only, the other chakras become deprived. The other chakras are higher chakras. They call them higher and lower. So we're focusing on our lower chakras more exclusively. And that's why people are suffering. When you touch yourself and all of a sudden you're using your higher chakras, you're going, thank you for miracles. Thank you for money. Thank you for blessing my partner. If you're just touching without any of that, you're activating your sexual chakras, which creates dreaming. You're dreaming that you're with the cheerleader and you're looking through, the walls in the gymnasium while they're undressing. And, we've all done this. I don't know what girls fantasize about, but that's why, we haven't made the fortunes. Why we haven't activated the law of attraction is because fantasies aren't realities. Those are fantasies. Rather than invoking the presence of the angels to make our lives everything that we're meant to be. And that's what Light Touch offers. And that's, what we can help you with is making touching meaningful.
Yes.
Meaningful touching.
Thank you, Jay. Yeah. Candace, would you like to do your meditation?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you. So, there was something I was thinking of. With New Year's and wanting to create change in your world, whatever that is, we dropped in on a lot of topics here, a lot of big stuff. And there's, like I said at the beginning, there's the outer work and the outer steps, and then there's the inner steps. Oh, now I remember what I was thinking. Jay was talking about fantasy. And, fantasy is different than dreaming. And, we're not talking about don't dream and don't dream big and, like go for what you want. But how do you actually get the girl you want versus fantasizing about this thing that's over there? And is it actually in alignment? Are you actually in alignment with the cheerleader? Or is that an external kind of somebody told you that cheerleaders are hot and so you thought you wanted a cheerleader because you're 16? I don't know. So, right? So these practices, and there's nothing wrong with thinking cheerleaders are hot. Great, go for it. These practices and the practice I'm going to guide you through are created on an intentionality of helping you. We don't know. I don't know what's right, wrong for you. But these practices like touch, breath work, tantra, whatever, they help you get more in tune inside with your higher truth, whatever that is. As you get to infuse the practice with your own intentionality. And so I'm going to guide us through practice here with some mild suggestions and guidance. But remember, this is your journey. And so I really want to encourage you to dream big. And if you don't get to go there right now, because this is really short, just go there later. Come back and watch it again. If you want some more support and guidance, you'd like a full journey, get in touch. And I'd love to tell you more about how we can do that. So if everyone can join me, even if you're watching this later, not live, we will be watching. So please do join in. And then afterwards, love to hear how it was. So just let us know in the comments. Going inside, closing your eyes. Coming to your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Taking your hands and placing them the top of your head with your fingertips up, like almost you're holding a crown, creating a little crown at the top of your head. And as you breathe in, envision beautiful white light or gold or green or whatever color you like coming in from the sky, from the heavens, into your crown. Breathe it in and let it go all the way down into your root, into your sits bones, your pelvic floor. Envision and feel that this light, this ray of sunshine, these sparkles, whatever it looks like, really dream big. Take a moment. See, what is it? What colors? Is it water? Is it clouds? What would you like to fill up your body with right now? What would you like to call in more of? And what does that look like? peace, love, harmony. Now use your hands like magic feather duster, healing love wands. And imagine just wiping away anything and everything that doesn't serve you and replacing it with that beautiful, loving light. There's certain parts of your body that have been sore, bothering you. Allow your hands to go there and take that beautiful light, breathing it into your crown. Imagining that pain, that soreness just really leaving your body. I like to envision my roots and whatever isn't serving me anymore, whatever I'm letting go of on the exhale, just going into the earth, like that cow dung I was talking about earlier, to fertilize and replenish, return, letting it all go. Would you like to call in more love? Would you like to feel more love? Have you not been feeling the love? Call in that energy to just clear out and open everything in the way, filling you up. I can even let it out sound. Would you like to feel more powerful, strong, secure, stable? Fill up that power center, your belly, your solar plexus. Just wash away anything in the way. On this next breath, this last breath, I invite you to breathe. Bring all your tension and energy down into your pelvic floor, your sex center. See that fiery red energy. And if you know how to contract your pelvic floor muscles, tighten them. Hold it tight. Can you even feel the contraction, your whole pelvic floor? Take a breath in at the top of your inhale. Contract the muscles and hold it for a moment. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and maybe pulse it if you can. Hold it, let it go, 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 and then let it go with the sound. Shake it up, shake it up. Shaking it out, moving it up, waking it up, activating that energy. There's no right, no wrong, just intention and breath. Yeah, take notice. Karezza's laughing. She must have energy moving through her. Or maybe she's seeing Jay looking all awesome. Who knows? Are you tingling? Do you feel alive? Just sit in silence for a minute. feel sensual or activated, a little more aware, or maybe, and there's no right, no wrong. Maybe you're not feeling that. Maybe going into these places is foreign to you or brings up some stuff that is bringing up sadness. You have questions or fears. Please do whatever it is. Let us know. I'd love to hear. And I'm curious, has anybody out there chiming in, or how are you guys feeling? How is that?
I'd like to add something to that, if I may, which is, see, that's a tantric exercise. The point is that our body's here and we can do new things with it. You can raise your energy up, through your other chakras. Every time you do a pelvic contraction, you can be offering that energy up to the spirit realm, to heal us. Add your intention, to manifest miracles, to help others. Sometimes we wake ourselves up because it's good for others, helps the people around us. So I just ask for all the blessings to be amplified times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10 times, which is an 11. That's 4 ones, 11, 11, which it's an angelic number. And we just ask for everyone here to be blessed, for all of our blessings to be blessed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, it was really beautiful, actually. I could definitely feel I could move my energy, my sex energy up to my crown chakra, up to my head. So that was beautiful. But also I think it's important to note as well that you may not feel anything when you begin. So, and there's no right or wrong. So if you don't feel right now in this moment, that's okay. Everything is okay. And maybe in the as well, it can change. So for instance, maybe you don't feel in the beginning and then at the end you feel something. So it's constantly in change, and there's no right or wrong about which way to feel, or if I don't feel it's wrong or I'm bad, I did something wrong. There's no right and wrong and feelings.
Yeah. And maybe this wasn't the specific practice for you. Maybe doing it here, there are so many different practices, like Jay said about, moving the energy up. The practice that I just did, there's several different ways we can move energy and play with it. Just now we were pulling energy in and just moving it through and down and activating. But, I could have guided you this way, could have guided you that way. There's so many different ways. And, when, that was just a little quickie. This is very deep, intimate stuff. When you're in a private session or in one of the events or groups, we have an opportunity to really, connect and customize. I know my work that I do, there's no cookie cutter mold. I drop in, like, my name is Divinatrix. And what that means is I'm not dominating I am divinating. And if anything, I am dominating through the divine. And that is who is going to be in charge when we're together. Whether that's the divine or really dropping into the divine in the other person. Like that's, I don't, I like to, always the first session, I tell people, like, even if you have these huge intentions of all these things you want to learn or do, we just need to, like, I need to drop in and really get a feel for what's going on, to know how I can, where we need to go together so I can get you to where you want to go, 'cause we think we know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to add this is what we're talking about is that what we were taught was not what we need to know. We need new teachers. We don't need to rehash what we learned in high school or anything about that. What we need is a new technology, a new methodology that we can heal ourselves with the same energy that's brought us so much pleasure. It can over the years, and it also brings misery. If you don't know the secrets. The secrets are you use it to invoke, use it to improve, use it to move forward in your life. And the sexual energy will help you. It will cooperate with all of the chakras, if you allow it, through learning these techniques and through working, with Candace or Karezza as guides. They can help show you, the secrets that the world's ready for this stuff. I don't know why they didn't teach it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I am so grateful, right now. I think, like I said earlier, it's like I've gotten this going blind and 2020 and Corona and blah, 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 blah has really rocked my world, man. And I've had to get back to some basics. And for me, daily practices, and that involves these practices. And I don't have a partner, but I still need to play with this energy. So for me, like, I still need to create this magic for myself. And these really sweet sacred containers to, like, do the inside work to create that outside stuff. And with the blind thing, and there's a lot of, like, I can't manifest a cure. I'm not that magical. They're working on a cure. So I'm blind, and that's not going to change. I can't New Year's resolution that went away. So, Tantra and these practices, like, I've been really honing in on using these practices to drop me into my third eye and really help me hone in on the gift that is stored in this body, around seeing, and the gift of my capacity to be a super amazing feeling machine, like daredevil crazy, and how to be at peace with that, and make the magic out of it. There's things that happen in life that we can't New Year's resolute away. And so finding the gift and the magic in what is, and how can I turn this into something super duper.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Candace. I also think, everybody's suffering a little bit with the virus, and nobody can meet each other. A lot of people can't find intimacy, but things will change, and I think people need to learn and start to begin to learn about themselves and what that looks like without having someone there. And that we don't always need to have someone. We can bring pleasure to ourselves without having a man or a woman pleasure us. And there's also this beauty of holding and honoring the beauty of the unknown. So even though all this shit is happening out there and you don't know what's going to happen, can you really sit in the unknown, accept it, and make and create beauty within it?
Yeah.
And I think this is very hard and very difficult for a lot of people. But there is beauty, and there's so much, life and in the unknown, even though it may be scary. But there's a beauty and so much in that, where you can learn and grow and manifest as well. It's just really beautiful.
Yeah. And for thinking of singles and then couples, or like I have a client I work with, and now the children were away and now they're at home, and they don't have, him and his wife don't have time together. It's just like everything is like, yeah, do this, do that, and so like, how can these, I'm just thinking about creating more intimacy in the home, more fun, more play, more like really, like Eve is like, I always tell my client, like, can you just like even if it's just 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, can you take 5 minutes a day and set that aside for you and your wife to like do something conscious and intentional that doesn't involve the children? But 5 minutes could do a lot. Yeah.
Well, it's past 9:00 now.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's 9:03. It's 9:03.
Okay. All right. So we have got to go. Even though we are leaving, as I mentioned, all three of us, we will be keeping watch. So chime in the comments if there's something that came up specifically to one of us. Just type in our name or just send us a private message. You could see on the banner there all of our links to connect with us. Yeah, this was an amazing show.
Yay.
Yeah. Jay, would you like to share, take us out with a little light touch blessing?
Well, who doesn't love feathers? And who doesn't love magic? That's what we love. We love our magical devices, right? We love our phones. We love our TV. We love our internet. And we love feathers. Who doesn't love feathers? I don't want to be around somebody that doesn't love feathers. And we love cats. Cats are light touch. They're light touch creatures. So with the feather, you just generate the most pleasurable sensation you can generate with the feather, or a little soft object, or something you can contact the end neurons, be the follicles of your hair, your eyelashes, and then you add an invocation, such as, thank you for blessing everyone watching this show right now. And may the universe, dig down deep and bless every desire of our hearts. And may we be with the perfect partners and divine partners. And can we share the most exalted, beautiful love in the universe? And Even if you're already in relationship for a long time, we can start blessing each other with light touch. You bless your partner, she blesses you back. All of a sudden, you're in love again. You're kindling, love, healing, romance, miracles, money, divine love. So that's what, light touch is about, and everyone has their own way of celebrating, the pleasurable sensations. I like to add an invocation to them, and I hope you'll try that too.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Jay. As a reminder, Jay holds a daily light touch blessing circle twice a day. And so if you want more information on that, definitely reach out to him. And yeah, this was an amazing show. I love it, love it, love it. Definitely please do let us know how it was for you. Karezza, any closing words?
I just want to thank everyone for listening and watching out there. We had someone in the comments make a comment tonight. And we had someone enter into the background, so that's really great to have people come backstage and interact with us. And hopefully in the days to come, we'll have more interaction with you. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, please do every Friday, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Come and join us. We do like to have people directly on the show or right there engaging with us, and we open it up for you guys. And yeah, if you want more information about me and Karezza's session work, definitely get in touch with me directly via phone, or well, that's the best way to get in touch with me. I have a brand new virtual menu. So if you can't make it to anyone in person, you're stuck in home, that's not an excuse for you. All right. Bye, beauties. I hope everyone has an amazing first day of the year.
Thank you.
Bye.
We did it.